Welcome to Mah Jongg Central. My name is Michelle. I'm going to do some random pulls for Siamese Mah Jongg using National Mah Jongg League rules. If you don't know how to play Siamese Mah Jongg yet, there are links below the video to the lesson playlist. I have all my tiles out and they've been mixed. I'm going to say I am the dealer, so I'm going to take 28 random tiles. There we go. There's my 28. Let's see what we have to work with here. All right. Oh my goodness, look at all these flowers. Wow. That's kind of nice. Okay, so we have 5 flowers. We're going to play something with flowers for sure. So let's look at multiples and see what we can do with those 5 flowers. We could either use them with one hand, because there are hands with 6 flowers, or we could break them up and use them in 2 hands. So we're just going to hold those to the side. Let's identify the rest of the multiples. We have 7 bam, 5 dot, 3 bam. So with those flowers, I don't think we're going to be able to use all of the, well, let's see. Thinking we may or may not be able to use all those multiples. Let's see if we do, maybe we could do a 3, 6, 9 with flowers, and then we could do let's see, I was thinking we could do like numbers, but we don't have any multiples for all the suits. We're missing a 7 crack, for example, and we only have 1 5 and 1 3 in each suit. So I don't think like numbers is going to work. We might be able to do a 3 6 9 hand that uses 2 flowers, and then we could maybe do a 5 7 9 hand also. All right, so let's look at 3 6 9 and 5 7 9 using flowers. So here's 3 6 9, 3 6 9 using the flowers, and then a 5 7 9 using flowers. Okay, so there's that, but look at all those discards. That's really horrible. Really horrible. All right, let's use all the flowers. Let's do like numbers with 7s. Okay, we're just going to have to use this joker for one of the missing 7s. So look at all that. That's not bad. Then we're left with all of these. We need to leverage the 3 5, so I think a little odd hand is going to work. So we'll just hold all the odds at this point. We could do 1 3 5, 5 7 9. Let's hold the 9s as well, because we could maybe do the last concealed hand. We'd have to throw away one of the 3s maybe. The problem with that last concealed hand is we're using the 7 dot up here. So that 7 dot up here, we might have to use it down here for that 5 7 9 concealed hand. So as an option, I would keep the 6s for a potential 369 here. Let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towards a little odds, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towards 369. So we're kind of in between 369 and little odds, and then up here like numbers with sevens. This plan would use all the multiples unless we went with 369, then we'd have to throw away the fives. So this plan leaves us with 9 discards. So I think that's probably the best plan for this situation. If you came up with something different, write it in the comment section. We can talk through it. I just noticed we do have 2s. We maybe could do something consecutive with 2s. 1, 2, 3. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think probably consecutive 1, 2, 3 and little odds might be a better choice. We have 1 more discard there, but I think, oh yeah, look, if we went through 1, yeah, it's kind of still the same situation. So we're really in between consecutive 1, 2, 3, little odds, and 3, 6, 9. I would just hold them all until these are gone, and then I would make a decision and get rid of one of these categories depending on how the drawing goes. But there's some good 1, 2, 3 range here, or 1, 3, 5 range. 1, 3, 5 would use both multiples. That's why I like the idea of little odds. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. Okay, 28 random tiles. Okay, this time we've got jokers to work with. I think I might need them. Seems like my drawn hands have been difficult of late. This one's looking pretty good, actually. Okay, so what we have here, dragons, we've got a pair of whites, a pair of wests, here's a pair of 3 crack, 2, 3, and a 5. I'm thinking we could do 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. That would use almost all the multiples. And then we could maybe do a year hand up here. Maybe even the big hand. Let me show you. 3, 4, 3, 4. We could use these jokers for that missing 4. And then 5. 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. This would be the consecutive hand, the 4th from the top in consecutive run. And then for the top situation, we could play a year hand. And I don't know which one yet, maybe even the big hand. The big hand being the 2017 hand with dragons under singles and pairs. We just need to get, obviously, flowers, a 2 crack, and a 7 bam. But as an option, we could play the year hand, the concealed year hand perhaps, or maybe even the second from the top under the year category. There's all kinds of options there. So I would do a year hand for the top and then 3, 4, 3, 4, 5 for the bottom. And sometimes when you are making decisions, don't feel like you need to actually pick a hand. So like for this top one, all I know is I'm going to play a year hand. Any year category will work. I just need to get rid of all these discards and gather tiles for that category. Once I run out of discards, then pick a hand. You don't have to pick a hand at this stage of the game. During the pick and discard phase, as you whittle down your discards, that's when you pick a hand. Or when a discard goes down where you have to make a decision of whether or not you're going to take an exposure. So that's kind of the thought process. So we're going to do a year hand for the top, consecutive for the bottom. But the bottom, it's clear that we can do 3, 4, 3, 4, 5 because of these jokers being helpful for that missing 4. Now we could even save the these right here, these 3, 4, 5, because they're all within that same range. Although I think this hand is pretty well set. I mean, all we need to do here, it is actually set, because let's just put these up here. We could pung the 3, pung the 4. That would be a little risky putting out 2 jokers, but we're set. Pung the 3, pung the 4, Kong the 5. All we need is a 4 bam. So this hand is actually set. But I would still hold these just in case something else came in. Maybe if something better came in using these consecutive numbers, we could even use these jokers up here for the year hand as well. So I would hold these and then start throwing these. Leave your options open for as long as possible while you get rid of discards and while you're gathering. You don't have to pick a hand. I guess that's kind of my big point in these exercises. You do not have to pick a hand, not until you run out of discards or during the pick and discard phase of the game. If a discard comes up where you have to make a decision of whether or not you want to make an exposure to help you get your sets. Okay, we'll do this one more time. Okay. Oh, too many. All right, last one. No jokers this time. Oh, we're on our own. Wow, we got lots of wins. Look at all these wins and dragons. Let's just see if they go together though. Sometimes you get all these wins and dragons, but they don't make much. Okay. All right, now we have N-E-S, Ness. And let's see, so you know what? We could play a quint with no jokers. Obviously, you have to have jokers eventually, but we have a pung and a pair. All we need, I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 multiples that could be used for that. I think I would hold all these wins though, just in case all wins came in. So let's just hold those for a minute and look at the multiples here. So we have 6, 8, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. Here's a 5 through 9. That 5 through 9 hand, 5 through 9, there are no gaps. The first consecutive hand. So here's what I would do. All right. I would play a quint, and more times than not during the pick and discard phase of the game, you're going to draw 2 jokers. More times than not, you will come up with 2 jokers, whether you draw them or whether you exchange them. So that's why I say this quint with no jokers is my signature move, because I'll go for it. Yes, it's good to have jokers to start when you're playing a quint, but you don't have to, because more times than not you can come up with jokers during the pick and discard phase of the game. So this would be an example of a quint with no jokers at this phase. So I would play a quint with no jokers using the east and the green, and then one of these would be my quint. We'll just have to wait and see which one would come in, whether I draw or whether I get enough jokers to make it work. And then one of them would become joker bait. So if anybody puts up an exposure with 8 bams, maybe I could snag a joker that way, or with the 6 crack. That's the idea there. Then I would hold on to the wins just in case all wins came in which case I would have lots of joker bait. If I drew in wests, I could even do maybe east and west with dragons. Or if I drew in north, I could do north and south with dragons. So there's all kinds of options with the winds and dragons, even the potential quint, and then 5 through 9 here at the bottom. So this plan, even though we're in between, gives us 6 discards. Let me know what you think about Siamese Mah Jongg and playing 2 hands at once. Have you ever tried it? Write it in the comment section, your thoughts about this style. And if you have tried it, let me know if you like it. I think it's really interesting, and it certainly pushes you. You're working on 2 hands at one time, so you really have to take your decision making up a level. Definitely. Give it a try if you haven't yet, and let me know what you think. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click subscribe. And if you have subscribed, click that bell so you get notification of when I post new videos. That way you won't miss any of these great videos. They can help up your game. Between now and the next set of random pulls for Siamese Mah Jongg using National Mah Jongg League rules, may all your picks be keepers.